Okay.
Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Marisa McIntyre, star of the Hallmark movie True Justice Family Ties. Join us as we delve into Marisa's insight into her character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here, Marisa.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Let's begin. Can you tell us a little bit about your character in True Justice Family Ties?
Sure. Sarah is, well, she's very complicated. She's the best friend. She is the positive force, but she's also very realistic. She loves fashion. Honestly, because the show has so much going on in it, it's so exciting. There's so much more to delve into in the character, and I think we're going to have some other chances to do that. Wink, wink, possibly. So, um, really broad strokes. She's a loving best friend who gets very excited about fashion and helping her friend. She's really cool. I'm still figuring her out. There's still lots to find out about her.
Great. And what initially attracted you to your role in the movie?
Well, actually, when I first auditioned for this movie, I was going in for a different character. And the
Okay.
other character, yeah, the other character was really goofy, which is a little bit more like me. Uh,
Okay.
uh, so when they asked me to do this character, I was really excited because it's a bit of a departure, and she's also just um, really heart-centered and kind and supportive. And it's always nice to play that character. It's a little easier to play the super supportive best friend than say like a villain or someone no one is going to like. Sarah is easy to like, so she's easy to play.
Amazing. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating?
I would have to say the people. It's I've been really lucky on sets. I've had really awesome casts, but this one was far and away the best. I'm getting emotional. We spent time offset, hanging out, which really, like, we clicked immediately. Immediately in our first read through, I was like, these are my people. Like, it was just already the five of us were a little club. And we spent a lot of time offset, which allowed for that to show through in the movie. Kat and Marky and Alex and Sabrina, like, it's just, it's awesome. We got so lucky. And the writers, Megan and Nikki, are incredible. I got to like work with Nikki, the director, Jonathan Wright. There's just the producers. There's so much about the team on this one that is so special. So even without an amazing script and awesome actors, it would be special just because of that, you know?
Yeah. And what do you hope audiences take away from watching the movie?
Huh. Let's, I guess that would be um, to never give up. That sounds very cliche. But our lead character, she doesn't lose hope in a situation that is to most people pretty hopeless. And she's a fighter, and that's really important, I think, in life, especially when you're in a difficult situation. And then also surround yourself with awesome friends and take the help when it's offered because it's so important.
So you said something about that earlier, but what was it like working with the rest of the cast on set?
We had an incredible time. It was fun and more fun than potentially dealing with murder should be. You know, we were like, we have to be serious. But we had a great time. We were shooting for I think a month in Ottawa, and uh, yeah, I can't say I was bored. It was really fun. Alex and I, no spoilers, but there's a character in the show that um with, and our relationship was really fun to play into, and uh there's some good comedy in there. It's just chock full of good experiences and happy feels. So I'm definitely a fan of this one.
Great. And what can you tease about your character journey?
What can I tease? I mean, without saying too much that someone can enjoy it, she's the best friend. She's the quintessential best friend. She's the best friend everyone wants. She's super present and game and helpful. I already kind of said, there's a little bit of a love story in there. That's what I'll tease. I really enjoy the love story, so I'm gonna leave that one for the viewers to kind of suss out.
Great. And what was your favorite scene or moment while filming the movie? If you can say that, if it's not spoiler.
Oh, favorite moment. Wow.
I don't know.
This is the thing, is when it's such a great movie, I have to really think. There's so many fun moments. I guess I could say that. Yeah, one of the moments is we know that they're kind of like solving a crime sort of thing. So there's this Scooby-Doo kind of gang vibe, and we're in this truck that's we called it the Scooby-Doo van. And I got to live out like that kind of thing where we got in there and we're looking at the papers and we're like and then we had this one shot that ended up in slow motion. We had our like these briefcases. I still don't know what was in them or what was supposed to be in them. It's kind of like we were like a bomb squad, but we're not. So I'm not sure, but I felt really cool. And we all five of us just like slow walked like towards camera that was cool. I almost had my moment of like one of my bucket lists being in like an action movie. I almost had that feeling. I was like, yeah, I am really cool in this moment. I might be wearing a fluffy pink sweater because Sarah likes pink a lot, but I still feel sort of badass. So that was really cool.
Great. So, change of a movie. Can you tell us a little bit about your character in The Wedding Rule?
Oh yes. Yeah, yeah. Jolie. She was she was really fun because she was different from what I do play a lot of best friends. I think I just naturally have that energy about me. And I like to be goofy and quirky, which is generally kind of a best friend trope in the film world. Uh, Jolie wasn't the best friend. Not, she's not the bad guy. And I don't want to spoil that either, but she was just a different side character than I usually get to play. And I had blonde hair for about a year, so I got to be someone got to look different. She was kind of she's like the pebble in the road, every not to kill the suspense, but every rom-com has the moment where you're like, oh no, is it not going to happen? And I got to be the person that made it feel like it wasn't going to happen. I was like, yeah. But she was generally like a really sweet character as well, completely well-meaning and not meaning to confuse anything, but inadvertently confusing everything.
Great. So, change of a subject. What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career, and why for you?
Oh, you give the big questions. Most memorable, huh? Okay. It was a million years ago, it feels like. It was a project called the Salem Witch Trials, and I worked with Kirstie Alley and Shirley MacLaine and a bunch of other big famous actors. I was really young. Um, and we were shooting out far in a pioneer village, and because it was a period piece, and it was an incredible time. I think it was my first real experience on a film set that was longer than just a couple days here and there. I still remember Kirstie Alley being in her hotel room, and she was straight ironing my hair for me because she just said, "Can I straight iron your hair?" And I was like, "Okay." And I was sorting her Skittles. So she had Skittles, the candy, in her rider, but she only liked the red ones. So I sat there pulling out the red ones for her while she straight ironed my hair. Such a weird memory. Such a weird little hotel in the middle of nowhere, but it was really cool. Anyways, that's like the first one that pops to my brain. Um, since then, there's been so many. It was really, really interesting and cool to be part of the Chucky franchise, even for the short time before I got killed off. Meeting Don Mancini, who is the creator of Chucky, he is honestly the nicest person on the whole planet. Like, so down to earth, so generous, so kind. I remember him calling me into his trailer to show me the early cuts of the big scene. Like, just a really, really, really nice guy, and cool to be part of such an iconic brand. Um, and then last year, probably my favorites would be my favorite times on set ever. Uh, Never Too Late to Celebrate was my first Hallmark movie with Carlos and Alexa Penavega, and our director, Felipe Rodriguez, and the production team, which is the same as the production team on True Justice, Family Ties. Again, like, we just right away, Felipe brings such joy to the set. Like, it's one of those moments where I'm like, okay, pinch me. Is this work? This isn't work. This is just fun. I'm just having fun. Like, and that character, I got to be super quirky, Marisa, and bring all my weirdness to the screen, which was super fun. So yeah, I'd say way back Salem Witch Trials, Chucky because of the crazy franchise, and Dawn, and then the two Hallmark movies because they've just been oh just a thrill, and so joyous to shoot.
Great. At Survival Shows, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms. What is your all-time favorite?
Oh, girl. Rom-coms I love. I'd have to say Christmas or No, the 90s. I like go back and watch them because there was just something about them, they were just better. They were better. I don't know if it's because we have to make too many now because of content or whatever. Christmas specifically, Serendipity with Kate Beckinsale and John Cusack, I think. I think it was in like mid 90s or something. Oh, just because I love magic, and they like that like that's like the magic of real life. It doesn't have to be witches, it can just be serendipitous. That one. And While You Were Sleeping, Sandra Bullock, probably my favorite rom-com ever. Also Christmas, where she wakes him up, or she no, she saves him from the subway track, and then his family thinks that she's his fiance. Oh, it's such a good movie. While You Were Sleeping.
Great. The last question. Can you tease something about your next projects?
Ah, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. Just finished shooting a really cool drama that takes place for Apple TV in a very remote location, very stressful. Not as much, not like the Hallmark world, more like high stakes. Really cool actors, including Jason Clarke, who he's a very cool dude. Yeah, not even sure when it's coming out. I think we're still filming. I'm done filming, but I think they're still wrapping up. So that one's cool. And then potentially some maybe some more Sarah and all the gang.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
So make sure to watch the movie True Justice Family Type on Hallmark now. And thank you, Marisa, to join us today. It's a pleasure. And
Thank you
thank
very
you. And thank you all for watching. Bye.
much. Bye.